Hello everyone, it's Birdie here, the recycled hippie chick. Okay, I'm having a dilemma, but we're just going to work through it together. That's just all there is to it. Look at this. I have the most beautiful sweet orange tea. It's loose leaf, and oh my gosh, if you guys had smell-o-vision, oh. It's cinnamon orange is what, no, sweet, is it sweet orange? Sweet cinnamon. Well, anyway, it's got a lot of cinnamon in it. And I think the strength of the cinnamon in it is what makes it sweet. I don't even need sweetener in it. I just brew it. Anyway, I'm thinking that I may be able, I don't know. I'm thinking about I have a package of those little tea bags that you put your tea in. You fold the top over and you have your little tea bag that you can use your own loose leaf. I'm thinking about putting one in each one of my cards so that my Christmas cards go out with that sweet, wonderful smell when they open it up, and then they have a cup of tea. I don't know. I don't know if that's legal, to send that in the mail or not. So all I need to do is end up in prison for sending, open loose tea in the mail. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so I was watching this video today of this lady. She was I think, trying to sell the Dean, I don't know if it's legal. Yeah, I'm just going to say it. Jeez, come on. Dina Wakley products. I think this lady was trying to push that. And she made this cute little Christmas card. No, it wasn't a card. It was a tag. But I thought it was adorable. And I thought, oh my gosh, those look simple to just make. And I don't have all the fancy papers. But my first thought was, but I could gel plate my own and make my own papers. You know, I don't need to go buy papers that look gel plated. I'll just gel plate my own. And make me some Christmas cards, my own Christmas cards. Well, I came in here and thought, well, I ought to dig out the gel plate and start making my backgrounds and yada, yada, yada. And I'm digging through my little box over there of my Christmas stuff. And I thought, Birdie, stop what you're doing. Why would you try to make your own gel plates for backgrounds when you have all this Christmas stuff? Use up what you have. Don't go making more Christmas stuff. Use what you have. So I'm totally taking that idea and I'm going to use what I have, and it'll probably look absolutely completely different. And I'm also breaking every rule of mine. I don't like it when I watch a video and they don't show me what the product is we're making first, so I have an idea of what they're making. I'm not doing that because you guys are going along with me on the experiment. I will say it was a Christmas tree with torn paper. Okay? That's what the card was. So basically you're watching me make a card, which I was going to try to make a tag because I thought how cute for me to send people a tag that they could go ahead and use in their journal if they wish, if they do journals. And there's a tag they can put in their Christmas journal. Well, the envelopes that I already have are huge. They're this big. So I had to cut my pieces this large. I didn't want to just stick a small tag in a big envelope. That would look tacky, right? I don't know. It wouldn't look tacky if I got that in the mail, but I'm not your normal Joe. So I went out and got my cardboard and cut it the size that it would look normal in the envelope. And I thought these are too big to make tags because look how large that is. These wrinkles do not bother me because you know I'm the grungerama. So I'm making a card, I guess. It's not going to be a fold in the middle card. It's just a card with my picture on it, with my torn paper Christmas tree on it. I don't know what I want to do to the back. So today I'm just going to do the front. And hi, Pepper. Of course you would come in. Of course I haven't seen you in days. And now that I'm sitting down at my art table, you appear. Of course. I mean, isn't that the way it works with our cat? If he jumps up here, we're in trouble because there's absolutely no room. So some of them, what I did was, of course, you've seen that this is some packaging from some stamps. The other one that I have is a toaster strudel package. And then this is a file folder. So I'm just putting it back on a couple, giving that a chance to dry. I'm just going to go ahead and put another back on this one. Let me do this so that I'm not sending you guys an orb. Okay, it's just so loud, all this tissue wrapping paper, that when I'm crinkling it, I don't know what you're hearing. Okay, so all of the background papers well, the whole thing. She used the Deanie Wakely papers. It's like, it looked like at the beginning she was flicking through. It appeared to me like a scrapbook tablet full of these papers. So that's what they were using for the background. That's what they used for the tree. It was just the different sheets of it. So I'm just going to use what I have because I'm wanting to get rid of this stuff. Ooh, 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 ooh. We can't do that because that didn't cover it at the other end. So I'm excited because I really do want to use all this stuff. I've got like 2 boxes and I don't even sell, I'm not doing Christmas journals. So I've got a lot and I'm never going to use all of this for mine. I guess I could just keep this, this stuff year after year. I'll just go back to it and make another Christmas journal each year because I thought last year the Christmas journal I made would last me for years, and it's pretty full. So I really just need to make another one and keep going every year, maybe. I'm going to tell you, should I? Yeah, just tell them, who cares if somebody else looks it up. You don't have to say it in the title. I know, but what if somebody wants to learn about it and watch my explanation? No, they're all the same, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Sorry, I just had to have a little business meeting with myself there. I was talking to Fawn the other day on Marco Polo. It's an app. It's like a walkie-talkie app. I hold my phone and it looks at me. It shows my face on the screen and I go, "Hi, Fawn. What are you doing today?" "Oh my gosh, I just saw cheese on sale at Aldi's, so you might want to check that out." And I push stop. And then Fawn on her end, she sees, oh, Amy sent me a Marco Polo. And if she's in the mood to watch it, or maybe, oh, I'll watch it after work and respond later or whatever. It's just a, you do it whenever you want. It's nothing like I need you to respond right away. It's just a fun thing. So Fawn watches it and she messages me back, "Ha ha, joke's on you. I already got the cheese. I saw it 2 days ago. Stop." And then I get it and, oh, I'm seeing Fawn's face and she's telling me about the cheese. So anyway, I talked to Fawn, I talked to Nydia, I talked to Miss Moss, I talked to my kids, I talked to Ricky Tiki Tavi, I talked to all kinds of people on this Marco Polo app. And we were talking the other day, me and Fawn, and she said, hold on, Amy. You need to push pause because you need more paper. Just a second. Okay. So she was saying, have you ever heard of the spoon theory? And I'm like, at first I get this red light brick wall because I have been seeing these things on Facebook and YouTube, these different advertisements that is some robot or troll or something seeing just how stupid we are as Americans. See if we'll click on it. Like one of them says, hold a spoon up. Did you know that tinnitus is all in the brain? It's not in the ear. And if you hold a spoon up to your ear and do this, you will cure your tinnitus forever. Well, they're just wanting you to click on it and watch farther to see. They take a spoon and hold it up to their ear, and I don't know what, because I never click on it to watch it farther. So, there's another one that says, have you seen the ice hack that'll allow you to lose 30 pounds in the next month? No one wants you to know this. Do this ice hack before bed or whatever. And it shows them getting ice out of the ice maker. And you're like, whatever, ice and whatever is going to make you lose 30 pounds a month. Okay. Anyway, I had just seen the one with the spoon up against the ear and had nonchalantly went on past it. And when Fawn said, have you heard about the spoon theory? I thought, oh my. Fawn has fallen off the deep end. It's what I thought. But I thought, I'm going to look it up because what she was saying, with your Lyme, I think maybe it would help you, or anxiety. I don't remember what reason she told me it would help me. And I thought, well, that's not tinnitus, so she must be thinking of something else. So I pulled up a video on YouTube and looked up spoon theory, and I watched 5 or 6 videos on it to see what it was about. And oh my goodness, people, I think it may change my life as I know it with chronic illness. I have to tell you guys about the spoon theory, and if you've already heard about it, fast forward past this part. This is so, you know what? I may link that lady's video below in the basement just so you guys can see how absolutely, totally opposite this is going to be from hers. So, there's this lady, and I don't remember her name. She came up with the spoon theory, okay? She was having coffee with her college friend, and she has lupus. She's had lupus, or, at this time she was telling. Her friend is sitting there across from her and says, Jane Doe, what is it like? What's a day in the life of a person with lupus like? Can you help me understand it? Because you don't appear sick. I'm pushing pause. Okay. So this lady's like, oh my gosh, how am I going to explain this to her? She's looking all around this little cafe where they're having coffee, and she's like, trying to figure out some way that she can do like a picture and object lesson to help her friend understand what it's like for her to have lupus every day. And so she saw spoons on the table, and so she gathers the spoons up, and she puts a handful of spoons in her girlfriend's hand and says, here you go. Hands her this bouquet of spoons. You have lupus, okay? Or put, any chronic illness, fibromyalgia, Lyme, any chronic illness you could put in there. And she said, okay. She said, now remember, your day is not going to go like a normal person. Okay? This is, you have lupus. You have, let's say there were 12 spoons in this bouquet. These spoons represent the energy you're going to have to get your stuff done today. You have 12 spoons here. So you have to now adjust your day so that at the end of the day, you haven't come up short and have exhausted yourself. Because for someone with chronic illness, when you've exhausted yourself and used up all your energy, it makes you sick. So she's saying the object is you don't want to use up all your spoons in the daytime, your energy. Because you want to go to bed feeling good. Because if you have chronic illness and you have used up all your spoons and you've now made yourself sick, sometimes it can take the whole next day. For me, it's the whole next day. Some people, it takes days. Some people, it takes weeks to get over it and bounce back and feel good again. For me, it's always the next day. So she said, here we go. Let's go through your day. You have to be mindful of everything that you do, because if it costs you a spoon, you have to be mindful of it. Because remember, you've only got 12 to use up today. Just an example. I haven't figured out how many spoons I need yet. This is still new to me. So she says, okay, first thing in the morning, you wake up. You can't just bounce out of bed. You have to lay there for a minute because you probably didn't sleep good the night before. Your body probably hurts. You have to mentally and emotionally and physically get ready to get out of bed. You're kind of laying there and you have to assess your body. How do I feel today? How well did I sleep last night? So you have to decide, am I ready to get out of bed? Is my body ready? Have I moved around a little bit? Have I stretched? Maybe I'm sitting on the edge of my bed. Am I ready to go? That's a spoon. She takes a spoon out of her friend's hand. Okay, now we have to get in the shower and get dressed and do your makeup and whatever it takes for you to get ready in the morning. And she said, now, some people, none of this bothers them. You have to decide for yourself in your situation. You know, maybe you're the type of a person where your illness doesn't bother you to get out of bed, you know? So you have to decide what those energy suckers are. She's just saying for her, I'm going to tell you for me. Some people, it's getting out of bed and getting dressed, and the shower is another spoon. For me, it is not. Getting dressed is, because I will say getting dressed is a spoon, because I am very heat intolerant and I am very cold intolerant. So I have to look at the day and decide what's the weather going to do and how do I dress for that? What if I'm out somewhere and it turns cold and I start getting the chills? Am I going to have stuff with me when I go? And I have to think of all this stuff, and it takes energy out of my body and it costs me a spoon. So then she says, then we have to go into the kitchen and we have to make breakfast and maybe pack husband's lunch, and we're feeding dogs at the same time, and I have dogs tippy-tapping wanting to eat, and I have to have husband out of here at a certain time, and I have an egg frying, and I've got to get the bacon warmed up, so everything tastes warm at the same time. And this, which seems like a normal activity for the normal housewife, it costs me a spoon, mentally. And when I'm mentally drained, it makes my body sick. There's another spoon. Now, going to work for some people, definitely if I still had a job, going to work cost me about 3 spoons. So there's 3 spoons gone. So, you know, I've already used up about 6 spoons of my 12, you know. You want to make sure at night you have at least one spoon left over so you can enjoy your family and watch TV and not get yourself sick before you even go to bed. Going shopping costs me about 2 spoons. Cleaning a friend's house costs me about 4 spoons, and usually that's enough to overdo it for me after I've gotten everything else done, fed, done chores, gotten husband off and all that. By the time I come home, I'm down, and I'm down for the next day. So she's telling her friend, taking her spoons, and she's like, her friend's like, wow, you know, I don't seem to tire out and lose energy and get sick like that. No, this is a day in the life of lupus or fibromyalgia or Lyme or some chronic illness. So I'm thinking this wouldn't just go for somebody with chronic illness. As we age in our life, our bodies wear out and get tired quicker at the end of the day. You know, I used to write 7 goals for myself, 5 to 7 goals for myself down on the chalkboard every day and mark them off as I got them done that day. And now I can do 2 and feel like a hero. I can't do 7 anymore. Okay. You know, I used to tell my husband I feel like a failure. I can't get my 7 goals done anymore. And he said, then you need to lower your number of goals so that you feel like a hero at the end of the day. You know, if you set yourself up for 3, and you finish them all, then yay, look at you, you know. Lower your number of goals for the day. So I started doing that, and yes, I can handle that. So you don't have to have a chronic illness to think of the spoon theory. You can say I think it'll make us all feel so much better if we can figure out how much energy we have for the day and conserve that so that we're not just exhausting ourselves, which can't be healthy. And at the end of the day, go to bed feeling good and be able to monitor our activity to the point where we are not overdoing ourselves, and that we can become people that learn how to say no. We all come from this era where, you know, if somebody needs help, you help them. You don't tell them no. Even if it's a detriment to you or your family or whatever, you tend to just want to say yes and help everybody. So it's okay to say no, I'm learning. And you know what? We don't have to have a reason to say no. This I just learned this week. No means no. You don't have to say no and then lie to them and say, I've got to take my parents to the doctor or whatever. No, you don't have to explain anything. If somebody wants you to go out to eat or for a walk or to a Bible study or whatever, and you just know that you cannot do it or don't want to do it, you can just say, no, thanks for asking. That's it. We don't owe any explanations for anything. Why has it taken me to 60 years old to figure this out? So anyway, I just wanted to share that because I think for me, when I get tired or I've had my grandkids too long or I've gone to the fair and walked too long or whatever, and I've used up all my energy and I'm exhausted, well, it makes me get the shivers, the chills. I feel like I have a fever. I feel like I have the flu, but I don't. And it'll last the whole next day. So I hate when that happens. And I'm like, it just happens to me all the time. And I think this is just my life. But you know what? It doesn't have to be my life. I can monitor my energy levels so I don't ever get to that point. Oh, light bulb moment for me. Light bulb moment. So, I just wanted to share that with you guys to see if it speaks to anybody else. And if it does, hallelujah. And what did I do with my ruler? And if it helps you, wonderful. Anyway, that's the spoon theory. I think I'm going to ink these. I'm going to ink all this and come back. Okay. You know, I was just thinking as I inked these up, this is going to help me. How many times have I had to call a friend and cancel doing whatever we had planned because I've used up all my spoons by the time it's time to go and I can't go meet them. This will stop those times if I know I'm going to do something with Jerry Sue. Well, I know that day to conserve my spoons and not do hardly anything, you know? Because I know I'm going to be going with Jerry Sue or whoever. So I think it's really going to help me. Like a few weeks ago when I had my art class, I overdid it and was almost sick by the time my class got here. And I need to know that next time I have a class, I just don't do anything that day, but chill out and take it easy. Maybe get my art room ready, and but no mopping the floor, vacuuming the house, cleaning, laundry, all that. None of that will get done on a day I have a class. So I think this is just going to be super dog beneficial for me, and I would think it would be super dog beneficial for anybody. Anyway, I guess you could call me a spoonie. I'm a spoonie. Oh, dear. I guess I've been called worse, eh? Now, I'm just going to glue each one of these down. If you guys do this, I'm telling you right now, I'm learning something with the very first one. If you guys do this, make the nubbies. Let me show you on the next one. See how these nubbies are on the bottom of your staples? They're going to make it bumpy. So you may want to make your nubbies up on the other side so that the smooth side is down. What the heck is going on in there? Let me go see what Princess is doing. Okay, I guess it wasn't Princess, it was a cat. I just heard toenails sliding across the floor. And I look over and Princess is asleep on the bed here in this extra bedroom. Oh, you guys. Tacky glue, that's the only drawback. Is the darn stuff is tacky. Takes forever to run to the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to push pause and get my next phase prepared. Okay, now this is actually a pretty quick card, isn't it? I went out and typed some happy holidays, and we'll tear those out. I'm only going to make one, and then I'll spend my time making the rest and show them to you on the next video. My typewriter, you know when you roll the paper in, it used to kind of go chick, 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 chick. Mine is smooth. You can almost get the paper started and pull it. You know there's that tension release. Back when we were doing classes, typing class, there was like a tension release. You could push or click or something and it would make it smooth so you could line your paper up if you needed to. It's almost like mine is on that permanently, and I cannot find a place where that would be the button or lever that I could unclick that. Anybody happen to know? Usually it was up there, you know, by the twirler thing, but mine doesn't have one. So I don't know, maybe it's just old enough that that's just the way it was. I don't know. It's electric, so it's not that old. I mean, in my mind, it probably is to a 30-year-old kid, but okay, I've got these out now. I want to turn my vomiting. Don't get one of these Westcott mini things that's rechargeable, because mine vomits glue the entire time it's heated up. Just letting you know. I'm going to glue this on. I'm not going to. I want to ink it. Where's my inker? This was actually a pretty quick card. I thought it was going to take me longer than this to do. I suppose if you, how many details you wanted to put on it would you know, be a factor. I just want them to be handmade with love. And just want it to be something from my heart. And okay, now, see, it's already spitting glue out. It just frustrates me. It makes me have anxiety because then I feel like I have to hurry before all my glue is spit out. I'm looking for things that are kind of flat because, oh, jeez. Because I want it to go through the mail. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to end up gluing all of these or not. I may use real glue. This is just frustrating. Just dip it in the little puddle that I've got over here. See, it just comes out. It just comes out. Oh, I want a little bit of a larger one since I've got that green one on there that's a little larger. Really, that's pretty good, isn't it? There. Okay. Now, I think it's done. What do you think? I think I'm going to wait till these dry good. I don't know. I feel like I should have inked around my star, but I don't want to ruin it by trying to go around it with Stabilo. So I think what I'm going to do is get some puffy I don't know if I have any puffy paint. I'm going to see if I have any puffy paint or glitter paint. Glue. Some of those glitter. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember when I first said I was moving my art room into the house for the winter. I said I am only going to use what I bring in. It's going to be a challenge for me. Whatever I make, I have to use what I have in the house. Guess what? This video, I have run out to the art room 3 times. So, we see how well that's working, don't we? I'm going to see if I can do this without messing up my very first card. There we go. Okay, it may possibly look like a 3rd grader did it, but it was made with love. And that is all that matters. Okay, there's my first card. I could still cut it like a tag, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to let it be a card. And I don't know, I'll do something on the back so that I can write, you know, Merry Christmas from me on it. Okay? I'll see if I have a clip I can stick on here at the end. I'm trying to get rid of all my little clips in my gallery. And as I put them on Facebook, I delete them from my gallery. So, have a great day, you guys. Bye-bye from Birdie.